As always, I'm glad you decided to take this time to practice today. This is about a 60-minute practice, full body, including rest at the end. So as always, we'll find our seat with our feet flat on the ground, sitting in the middle of the chair, avoiding leaning back if you can. Always taking care of yourself and making whatever modifications you need to. Your feet are about hip distance apart, they're pointing in front of you, ankles under your knees. Feel your feet firmly planted on the ground. And take a moment to check in with how you're feeling. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Simply acknowledging, no judgment. And on an inhale, gently lift your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, let them fall. And then inhale, squeeze them a little more tightly. And release. And next time, squeeze tightly and maybe add making fists. And release. One more time, squeeze tightly, make fists, squeeze your mouth. And release. And notice the sensation of your shoulders falling away from your ears. And let's find our breath. So we're always trying to breathe deeply and fully. In and out of the nose if that's available. On the deep inhale, perhaps noticing your chest expand. And then the slow, full exhale, gently draw your belly into your spine to push all the air out. Deep inhale. And slow, full exhale. Trying to stay with that breath throughout our time together. And on your next exhale, lower your hands to your side. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up in front of you. And reaching up as much as feels okay in your body. And exhale down and maybe back a little. So deep inhale, coming to your up at the top of your inhale. And slow, full exhale, coming down at the bottom of your exhale. Some days you might only be able to lift one arm up. And that's okay. A few more. Last one. And exhale, float down. And then gently shake your hands. I don't know when you're doing this, but unless you just woke up, if you're like me, there's probably something that you can shake off today. And just let it go. Maybe shake your arms up if that's okay, and your shoulders. Shake back down. Whew, and coming to stillness. And pause and check in with how you're feeling. And on an exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. And inhale your right ear to your right shoulder. And finish that inhale looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhale your left ear to your left shoulder, and finish the exhale with your chin tucked into your chest. So continue like that, slowly, mindfully rolling your neck. Shoulders falling away from your ears. And next time you come around to the front, pause, and then go in the other direction. So you've got one deep inhale and slow, full exhale to make a complete circle. And next time your chin comes to your chest, pause, and inhale, lift back up to neutral. And then we're going to roll our wrists and our ankles. You might want to slide back a little bit so you can lift your feet up. And just begin making circles with your wrists and your ankles in one direction. Maybe one direction's like that. It's whatever you want to do. So with the deep inhales and slow, full exhales. So here, you're probably moving faster than you're breathing. And go the other way. You might imagine that this is you breathing deeply and fully out in the chaos of the world, in the chaos of your life. And come to stillness. And come back to the middle of your chair so your feet are firmly planted. And we're going to do a sequence of movements. Okay, so on an inhale, we're going to come out like a cactus. Exhale, bring your hands in front of you like a prayer. And then inhale, lift both arms and your right leg. Exhale, back to prayer. Inhale, both arms and your left leg. And exhale to prayer. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left shoulder while your left arm comes down and you look to your right. Inhale, back to cactus. Exhale, left hand to left shoulder, looking to your left. Right arm down. Inhale to cactus. Exhale to prayer. Inhale, right arm up, left arm down. Exhale to prayer. And inhale, left arm up. And exhale to prayer. I'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to cactus. Exhale to prayer. Inhale, lift your right leg and your arms. Exhale to prayer. Inhale, left leg and arms. Exhale to prayer. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale to cactus. Exhale to your left. Inhale to cactus. Exhale to prayer. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale down. And inhale, left arm up. And exhale down. Now try to do it without me talking. Nice. Keep your hands at heart center, pushing your thumb into your sternum. And take a few breaths here. And exhale, bring your hands down. Now we're going to do a breath practice called the breath of joy. So on this one, we're going to inhale through our nose 3 times. And then exhale out our mouth a little sound. Whew. Okay, and as we're doing that, going to be like a orchestra director, maestro, choir director. We're going to go, take a bow. Whew. Okay, so we're going to do that 5 times. Deep inhale. And slow, full exhale. And begin. Whew. 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 2 more. Last one. And inhale, come up. Take a few breaths. And come up closer to the top of your chair, just enough so you can walk your feet out. And here you want your toes and your knees to both be pointing in the same direction. And you want your ankles to more or less be under your knees. And on an inhale, feel the crown of your head reach towards the ceiling. And exhale, hinge forward from your hips. So your back is flat. So keeping your back flat is more important than how far down you go. Shoulders away from your ears. Neck is nice and long. So that means you're neither looking up at me, nor are you tucking your chin into your chest. Feel your strong legs push, your feet pushing into the ground. And you can stay in stillness, or on an inhale you can sway to one side and exhale to the other. Just back and forth. And on your next exhale, stop in the center, pushing into your feet. Inhale, lift up through your chest, coming up with a flat back. And exhale when you get there. And take another deep inhale. And a slow, full exhale. And then walk your feet together. And come back again, so you're in the middle of the chair. Your feet are where they were when we started. Ankles under your knees, toes pointing forward. Feet firmly planted. Feeling the ball of your big toe, the ball of your pinky toe and your heel. And bring your hands to your side, and we're going to do some sun salutations. I'm going to turn slightly. You can stay seated forward. I just want to make sure if you don't know these, if you're not familiar, that you're able to see me, what I'm doing with my body. On an inhale, reach your arms up over your head, perhaps gazing at your thumbs. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. And let your head and your hands gently fall wherever you are. And then on an inhale, we halfway lift. So bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, pushing into your thighs, elbows away from your ears as if you're doing a plank. And on an inhale, Lift up your chest and your face. And exhale, extend your arms to your knees so you can lengthen your arms. Draw your belly into your spine and your chin to your chest. So we stay here for 5 deep breaths. When you hear me counting, I'm just reminding you to breathe. Feet firmly planted, shoulders away from your ears. And we'll call that 4 and 5. Inhale, come back to that halfway lift with your hands on your shins. And exhale, let your head and your hands gently fall. And then inhale, lifting up through your chest. Your arms come up as you come up. Arms over your head. And exhale down through heart center and to your side. Okay, we're going to do 3 more of those. Deep inhale, arms up. Slow, full exhale, fold forward, head is heavy. You could shake it no, nod it yes. And on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push into your plank, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. And exhale, round into a cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gently fold forward. And inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale down through heart center and to your side. Once more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push into your plank, elbows squeezing into your body. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. And exhale, round into a cat. 1. Shoulders away from your ears, feet pushing into the ground. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, reach your arms up, big stretch. And exhale down through heart center and to your side. Nice. Now we're going to do a couple of sun salutation version B. Almost the same, but I'll walk you through it. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push into your plank. So far the same. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. And then exhale into a cat that we don't stay in. Because on an inhale, you're going to squeeze up your right knee into your chest. Exhale, push back into your plank. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. Exhale, round into another quick cat. Inhale, squeeze your left knee up. Exhale, push into plank. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. And exhale, round into a cat that you're going to stay in for those 5 deep breaths. 2, 3, 4, and Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gently fold forward. And inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale down through heart center and to your side. One more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Deep inhale, halfway lift. Slow, full exhale, push into your plank. Deep inhale, lift your chest and your face. Slow exhale into a cat that you don't hold. Inhale, squeeze your right knee into your chest. And exhale, push into your plank. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. And exhale, round into another quick cat. Inhale, squeeze your left knee up. And exhale, push into plank. Inhale, lift your chest and your face. Exhale, round into a cat that we're going to hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale down through heart center and to your side. And take a moment, noticing how your breath feels, how your body feels. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of class that we need a block for this practice. It's in the written description, but you may not have seen that. So if you need to stop the video and find a block or a thick book, take your time. Okay, so now we're going to do triangle and side angle. So walk your feet out. Again, same as they were earlier. Sitting up as close as you need to. And bring your block over kind of on your right side. So your block could be as high as it goes. It could be medium. It could be down at the bottom. You choose. Okay. So on an inhale, open your arms out to the side. And then exhale, bring your right hand down while your left arm comes up. So your right hand is down on the block and your left arm is up in the air. And perhaps you're gazing up towards those left hand, those left fingers. Pushing into both feet equally and breathing. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up, maybe bring your block with you. And then exhale, we're going to bring our left hand down onto the block, right arm up in the air, gazing up towards those right fingers, adjusting the block however you'd like. You want to keep your sits bones in the chair, you want to keep your feet flat on the ground. You want to breathe. Always breathe. You can always bring your hand down if it's too much to keep it up. And then inhale, come up, arms out to your side. We don't need the block anymore. And then exhale, bring your right forearm onto your right thigh and bring your left arm out and over your left ear. Again, kind of gazing up if that's okay with your neck. Deep breaths, pushing into those 3 parts of your feet. Ball of your big toe, ball of your pinky, and your heel. And then inhale, come up, arms to your side. And exhale, bring your left forearm down, right arm out over your right ear. And then inhale, stretch your arms out. And exhale, float them down. And then remove your block. And bring your feet back towards the center. Come back once again. Make sure you're in the middle of the chair. Feet firmly planted. And then lift up your right leg and give it just a couple of kicks. And then come into stillness. And we're going to make some circles with that hip. So you can keep your hands under your legs. You can keep one hand under the leg. You can not have any hands with your leg. You want to be able to sit up straight as you're doing this. And go the other way. Your circles might be big, they might be little. And exhale, come to stillness. Now take that right foot, cross it over the left, and you want to keep your left foot firmly planted. So my left ankle's under my left knee, right foot's on top. And we can stay like this, kind of squeezing your thighs together. Or if it's okay with your knee and your hip, you can lift your right ankle onto your left thigh. So wherever you are, you want to feel that your sits bones are equally sitting in the chair. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge forward. Once again, hinging from your hips, shoulders away from your ears, neck is long. And perhaps your right hand is resting just in that crease between your calf and your thigh. So you're not pushing down on that knee, you're just resting. And push, but do push into that left foot. And perhaps lift the left heel. And you might lower the left heel or keep it up, your choice. Wherever you are, deep inhales and slow, full exhales. And exhale, lower that heel if it's up. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale when you get there. And then inhale, unwind, and bring that right foot out in front of you. So you want the right toes pointing towards your body. You might have had to come forward a little bit. Pushing into your left foot. Bring both hands over to your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge from your hips, folding forward. If you want to reach out and grab those toes with your hand, that's fine. Think about your chin being more or less over that right shin. And always think about breathing. Deep inhales and slow, full exhales. And on an inhale, slowly come up. Exhale when you get there. And then bring that right foot back in. Scoot back the inch or so that you came forward. And lift up your left leg. So we're going to have similar instructions on both sides, but keep in mind that when we're working with our hips and our knees, definitely may not be the same on each side. Okay, so come to stillness and make some circles with that hip. Nice and slow. And go the other way. And come to stillness. Extend that left foot out in front of you, left toes pointing flex towards your body, right foot flat on the ground, hands on your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Now your chin is kind of over your left shin. And if you'd like, you can reach out and grab your toes. Shoulders away from your ears, neck is long. And then inhale, slowly come up. Exhale when you get there. Bring that foot towards the chair. And now, I'm going to slide over again. We're going to bring our feet, you can stay facing forward if you'd like. We're going to bring our feet a little closer to the chair. So our ankles are not under our knees. If you're a little bit on the shorter side like I am, you might have to slide forward. You want your feet flat on the ground. So bring your hands to your side, tilt forward a little bit. And on an inhale, push into your feet and lift your arms up outside of your ears. And exhale, come down. And you might notice that your hips come up. And exhale down. Again, deep inhale. And exhale down. And this time, we're going to push into our feet, lift up, and we're going to stay here. So we're holding the position, but not our breath. Deep inhale, slow, full exhales. And exhale, slowly come down. And then inhale, this time come all the way up, taking as much time as you need to stand up. And exhale when you get there, let your arms come down. Now if you'd rather stay in your chair for the entire class, you absolutely may. You can do what we're going to do standing in the chair, no problem. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, bring your feet a little more than hip distance apart. And we're going to bounce a little. Just gently bounce on your heels. Like earlier when we shook our hands. Again, kind of resetting our system. If you feel like jumping, you're welcome to jump here. I find that jumping aggravates my neck. But you know your body. Just bouncing. And come to stillness. And I apologize, I didn't mention that ideally you come behind your chair. So I'm outside of my chair so you can fully see me, but you want to be behind your chair so that it's there in case you need it, in case you were bouncing and needed something to hold on to. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is bring our feet a little bit further, and we're going to make circles with our hips. So just go in one direction. Maybe bending your knees. Maybe your hands are on your hips. Maybe your hands are on your thighs. Maybe your hands are swinging around. Just whatever feels okay. This is a great movement to do after a walk or before a walk. And then go in the other direction. And coming to stillness, gently shake out your legs. And then let's come back to the chair for just a moment. We're going to get up again. But let's come back. Sitting, feet firmly on the ground, sitting in the middle of the chair, shoulders falling away from your ears. And bring your hands to your side with your palms facing me. Open your heart center, open your chest. Pushing into your left foot. And lift up your right foot. So you can just lift it up. You can extend it slightly, or you might extend it all the way. Pushing into that left foot. Deep inhales, slow, full exhales, adjusting that leg as you need to. Staying here for several breaths. Feel your strong core. And exhale, lower down. And rest a moment. And then bring your hands to your side again. And lift up push into the right foot, lift up the left. Maybe just lift it, maybe extend part way, maybe extend all the way. Deep breaths. My hip's been bothering me, so I'm gonna extend less. I always encourage you to try things, and then if it doesn't feel okay, back off. But just because it doesn't feel okay one time, try not to tell yourself the story of, oh, I can't do that. Our bodies change so much from day to day. And exhale, release. And then we'll do that movement to come to stand again. Bring your ankles back, your heels back towards the seat, feet flat on the ground, hands at your side tilting forward. Inhale, push into your feet, lift your arms up around your ears, maybe your hips lift, and exhale down. Again. Next time we'll hold it. Holding the posture, not our breath. And exhale, release. And then inhale, come back up. If you're standing today, big stretch. And exhale, float your arms down. Now you most definitely want to be behind your chair for this one. Okay, we're going to do a tree. So again, my chair's over here just because I want you to be able to see me. So tree has a lot of versions. You can lift up your heel. You can bring your heel over to your ankle. You can bring your foot to your calf. Or if you're feeling super strong and flexible, you could bring your foot to your thigh. Okay? So wherever you want to go, you want to not be looking at me, or if there's another person with you in the room, try not to look at them. Try to find some neutral spot on the floor or the wall in front of you, and root into your left foot, and then bring your right foot wherever you'd like it to be for your version of tree. And then find your deep inhales and slow, full exhales. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. Maybe one hand's on the chair. Maybe one or both hands come up. The whole thing here is you want to be able to breathe. So if you need your toes on the ground, then you need your toes on the ground. If you need a hand on the chair, then you need a hand on the chair. And exhale, if your hands are apart, bring them together. Bring your knee towards the front. Lower down, shake it out. And then root into your right foot and bring your left foot where you'd like it to bring. I'm not coming up as high on this side because my ankle's been bothering me. So bring your hands to heart center if you'd like. Maybe only one. Deep inhales and slow, full exhales. Maybe your arms come up. Maybe only one does. Maybe there's a smile on your face. And exhale, bring your hands together, bring your knee towards the front, lower down, shake it out. Now once again, we'll come back to seated. We won't be getting up again. We're beginning to wind down, beginning to end this time together. So still seated with your feet flat on the floor, feeling you're sitting at the middle of the chair, shoulders falling away from your ears. And we want to do some box or square breath. So here we're going to inhale for a count of 4, pause for 4, exhale 4, pause for 4. So it's 4 equal sides like a square. And I'll count us through a few rounds, and then I'll let you go at your own pace. So my count might not be right for you. You want to be able to keep those 4 equal sides, so you might count faster, slower, you might count to 3, you might count to 5, whatever suits you. I'm going to count us through 4 to begin with. So everyone take a deep inhale together. And exhale, release. And then begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Now do a few more rounds at your pace, or a few more squares. finish the square that you're working on. So after you hold that exhale for 4, whatever breath counts, allow your breath to return to normal. Perhaps turn your palms up on your thighs. And notice your breath. Notice your body. And then bring your hands to your side, this time with your palms facing back. And at an exhale, hinge forward from your hips. And then on an inhale, lift up your arms behind you while you also lift your chest and your face. And stay here in this nice back stretch for a few breaths. And then exhale, release. Come up. And then rub your hands together. And then with your right hand, fingers tap the outside of your left hand. Or vice versa, doesn't really matter. And then bring your fingertips above your eyebrows and just tap above your eyebrows. And your temples. And your cheeks. Your upper lip. And your chin, and your collarbone. And you can lean back in your chair for this if you feel more comfortable leaning back. And your chest. And then tap the top of your head, maybe all around the sides, the back. And then tap the outside of the other hand, if you remember which one you started with. It's not that important. Just tapping that hand. And we're doing it all over again. Just tap above your eyebrows. And your temples. And your cheeks. And your upper lip. And your chin. And your collarbone. And your chest. And once again, the top of your head, maybe the back and the sides. And then bring your hands to rest at your side. And lower your gaze towards the floor, maybe closing your eyes. Just take a moment to feel the sensations of all that tapping. And on an inhale, lift your arms up, maybe your legs come up too, big stretch. And exhale, float down. And again, lifting up, making fists, flexing your toes. And release. Once more, making fists, flexing your toes, maybe squeezing a lemon in your mouth. And release. And get as comfortable as you can. If you'd like to lie down on the floor here, you may. You'll be able to take all the time you want to get back up. In your chair, maybe your hands hang at your side. Maybe they rest on your thighs, palms up. Maybe they rest on your thighs, palms down. And we always take this time at the end of a yoga practice to rest, to relax, to allow our body to absorb all the movement we've been doing. So relax that space between your eyebrows. Soften your face. See if you need to unclench your jaw. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. Allow your hips to sink into the chair. And then we're going to scan our body from the toes back up to the top of the head. Just noticing how we feel. And perhaps when you notice tension or tightness, you might let go of it just a little bit. Or maybe you just take note of it, knowing that it's there. So notice your feet, the tops and bottoms of your feet. And notice each of your toes. And notice your heels and your ankles. And notice your calves and your shins. And your knees and your thighs. And your hips, once again allowing them to sink a little deeper into the chair. And notice your belly that you've probably been told to hold in for so many times. See if you can relax and let it go. And notice your lower back and your middle back. And your upper back, especially that area around your shoulder blade. And then shift your attention to the front of your body, your chest area. And pause to notice how your ribs expand on the inhale and then contract on the exhale. Notice your collarbone. And allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. And notice your arms from the tops of your shoulders all the way down to your fingers. Your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, and each of your fingers. And then notice your throat and the sides and the back of your neck. And even your ears. And especially your jaw. And your cheeks. And your temple. And your forehead. And that space between your eyebrows. And focus on that space between your eyebrows. As with each exhale, you allow your body to sink a little deeper into the chair. And on the next inhale, make it the deepest inhale you've taken yet through your nose yet today. Perhaps hold it gently at the top before sighing it out your mouth. And again, deep inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. Sigh it out. One more. And gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And perhaps roll your wrists and your ankles slowly in one direction and the other. And reach your arms up, big stretch. And maybe sway from side to side a few times. And bring your hands together to heart center. And as always in my classes, I like to take a moment of gratitude. And if you can't think of anything to be grateful for, there's always the kindness and compassion that you showed yourself by coming to class today. Allow that kindness to go out and touch everyone you meet today. Just, you can stay seated, just breathing for a few more moments or hours, whatever you like. Until next time, bye-bye.